So on the interstate, you're driving 35 meters per second, and a semi-truck that is driving 30 meters per second towards you. As you are closing, it blows its 70 hertz horn at you. So A, what frequency would you hear as you go towards the truck? So what frequency would you hear? That's FO, what you observe. Okay? So FO. FS is the sound that's produced, the source sound. So we should probably figure out who's the source, who's the observer. So the observer, the person who hears the sound, is you. And the source, the person who's making the sound, is the truck. Okay, so FS is the sound the truck would make, which is a 700 hertz horn. All right, this is the one I saw a lot of people missing. V. So we got FO, we've got FS, V. So velocity, V, is the velocity of the wave. So how fast is the wave going? Well, this is a sound wave. Sound waves travel through the air, unless it's underwater or going through like an earthquake or something. Okay? So sound waves travel generally through the air. So how fast do they travel? They travel this speed. And that's the equation I'm using, by the way. They travel this speed, 340. You will not have to guess V, memorize V, or solve for V. You just need to be able to locate and know what V should be, which is, here's my speed of sound, it's that. Or is it the speed of light? Or is it sound through water? Or whatever the case may be. I'm going to give you sound through the air, sound through water, sound through iron, speed of light. I'm going to give you those 4 values. So you just got to know which one to use. Okay? VO is the velocity of the observer. I am going 35. And VS is the velocity of source. The truck is going 30. Okay, so now I'm ready to solve. So I'm using this equation up here. So FO, which I don't know, equals FS, which is 700, times V, which is 340, plus or minus, just leave it as plus or minus for now, 35 VO over V minus or plus VS, which is 30. So there's my setup. The last thing I need to do is figure out what signs to use. Don't think about it as do I use positive or negative, because it's not signs. Don't think of it as am I adding or subtracting. Think about it, is it the top or is it the bottom? Top is towards, bottom is away. So it says that you two are both going towards. You're driving towards the semi-truck. He's driving towards you. They're both towards. So if I was going to draw a real simple diagram for this, okay, here's you, here's the truck. Okay, it says you're going towards each other. So that means you pick your top sign because you are going towards, and you pick his top sign because you're going towards. Notice, his top sign is minus, so don't assume towards is plus. Okay, don't assume towards is plus, because it isn't always. This is an example. Okay, so then I like to rewrite it. So FO equals 700 times, so 340 plus 35 be 375. 340 minus 30 is 310. Okay, if you can't do that in your head, plug it in a calculator. I would much rather you plug it in a calculator than do it in your head and get it wrong. Okay. And when you do that, you get the frequency observed to be 846.8 hertz. All right, I'm going to leave you to your own devices on B. Just keep in mind of thinking about what changes about the objects or anything like that. Okay? Next one I want you to work on is 3. Okay, these are the lens problems we've been doing. Now, we've been doing these ones recently, but some people have been having a lot of trouble with them. So I want to look at these ones here. So number 3. Now, some of you are done with practice 4. That is awesome. Congratulations. If you are done with practice 4, I want you to move on to lab B. So if you're done with practice 4, move on to lab B. Lab B is on the computer. If you need an extra copy, there's extra copies up here. Okay, they're just under the practice 4 sheets. They're up here. But if you're done with that, move on to lab B, lab 2B, and start working on that if you need to.